you've ever used Lovable.dev, you know it's amazing for building applications with AI. But the problem with it is credits can literally disappear very fast if you're not careful. In today's video, I'll show you how to use Lovable credits in the most efficient way. I'll walk you through a real example using a fictional product called FlowTrack. We'll compare a bad or credit wasting workflow with a good and optimized workflow. If you're new to Lovable and you haven't tried it yet, then you want to pause this and check out my previous video where I did a deep dive into Lovable. So let's get started. For this first demo, I'm showing you the credit wasting or poor workflow, which is not the good way of using Lovable. So probably just have an idea and you send this idea to Lovable. So in my case, I want to create a landing page for FlowTrack, which is my fictional app, and I'm just telling you to create this landing page with team tracking features. So I send this to Lovable and let's see what it comes up with. Lovable just created a FlowTrack application, so let's see how many credits are remaining. So out of 5 credits, it has spent 2.1 credits and I have just 2.9 credits remaining. So before we go into our credit system, let's actually check out what it has given us. This is the FlowTrack application Lovable just built. I have my header right here and I have all of this. This application looks fair enough, but there's still some things I'm not really feeling. For example, this headline, I feel like it can be a whole lot better. The color of these buttons, I'm not really feeling it. So let's go back to reprompt this and tell you to change all of this. So I could tell it, I don't like the headline, make it a whole lot better for the end user. And I send this in. Lovable has changed the headline from stop managing, start shipping, which is fair enough. But do you notice something? It actually used 0.5 credits. It's used half a credit to make just this edit. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. But let's continue. We want to change the button from green to orange. I could also prompt it. I want to change the buttons from green color to an orange color. So it's also going to take some time to change the colors of the buttons and get back to us. It has switched to the orange color instead of having the teal or green color as the primary color. So let's see how many credits it's actually used for this. Whoa, so it's actually used about 1 whole credit to change the entire colors of the button, and right now I have just 1.5 credits remaining, and I'm not even sure if it has nailed the entire design for me. So you get the point, right? If I keep prompting and reprompting one after the other without actually making a plan, I'll realize that my Lovable credits get exhausted and I might still not have nailed in my design. So what do I need to do? This tells you that there's a more efficient way of actually using Lovable, and I'll be showing you right now. Before going into Lovable to design any application or website at all, the first thing you want to do is to plan. So you have to plan your entire application outside of Lovable, and for me, I use ChatGPT usually in planning this out. So I know I want to build a FlowTrack application, but how can I plan my prompts, the whole features and everything that the design should have? You want to do that outside of Lovable. So I'm in ChatGPT right now, and what I need to generate is a Lovable prompt for my FlowTrack application. So I'm going to give you this. I need a Lovable prompt. FlowTrack is a team productivity SaaS platform, and I want a headline, subheading, bullet points, email sign up, testimonials, a footer, the primary color. So I send this into ChatGPT, and basically ChatGPT will be generating the prompts that I will be sending into Lovable. And I found out that this flow works extremely well. It helps me get the desired results from Lovable instead of refining and wasting credits there. So this is the Lovable prompt, and I'm going to copy it out, go back into Lovable to paste this in. This is the prompt that I'll be sending into Lovable, and you'll notice that it's one single detailed prompt. So I've told Lovable all the context that I want to have when the final design comes out. You notice that I have the first section, which is the hero. I have the detailed headline that I want it to have. I have the subheading that I want it to have, the call to actions, the feature section, what you should have, and literally every single thing that the design should contain. So that way I have specifics of the design and I can send it into Lovable and check out what it will create for me. Lovable just finished creating this design for me and it nailed it. It literally builds the page almost exactly as I requested it, and this tells you the power of being specific with your design. and just check out how much credits were used. To create a singular page, it's used 1.6 credits, so I have 3.4 credits remaining. I'm satisfied with this application that Lovable has built in terms of the color scheme, in terms of the headline, in terms of the screenshots that was used, in terms of literally everything. I'm fully satisfied, and I just spent less than 2 credits to generate this for me. Unlike the other design that I didn't even like, this design is specific and closer to what I want. So Lovable nailed this on the first try, and it wasn't wasteful with the credits usage and regeneration. So that way you realize that you're using credits in the most efficient way. So you have one large prompt that you send into Lovable to give you your required designs. So key takeaways to ensure that you utilize Lovable's credits in the most efficient way are: plan ahead, use a tool like ChatGPT to outline exactly the features and how you want your application to look like. Another thing is to be very specific when you're using Lovable. So don't just tell it to make something look better. Better is relative, right? What exactly do you want it to do? So give that specific information and prompt into Lovable. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps YouTube's algorithm to push this video to people that need it as well. Don't forget to also subscribe to my channel to get more videos like this. My name is Esther, and on this channel I teach you how to use AI tools to work smarter and faster. I'll see you in the next one.